and welcome back to The Audio Journey. I'm Mark Denham. I'm a radio presenter. I'm an audio producer. I'm a podcaster. I'm a voiceover artist. And in this little series of blogs and video posts, I'm hoping to help you get started or maybe just encourage you along if you've already started your audio journey. Now, we've already spoken about recording space. One of the most important things which you will make as a choice in any form of voice work, be it voiceover, be it podcasting, whatever it is, you're going to need to have a good recording space. We've spoken about microphones as well, the difference between condenser microphones and dynamic microphones, whether to go for XLR microphones or USB microphones. As I said last time, I would recommend going for an XLR microphone because, as we will find out in this and the next post in this series, it does give you the opportunity to be more flexible and introduce other elements into your recording chain, which will be of great help to you. Today, though, we're talking about how to get your audio, your recording, like me now, into your computer, into your digital audio workstation, be it whatever it is. Maybe it's Adobe Audition, Audacity, Pro Tools, whatever you use. Somehow you have to get what comes from here into there, into your computer. And that is what we're talking about today. Now, there's two options really here for you. You can either use an interface or you can use a USB mixer. What both of those do is they take the analog output from your microphone, be it condenser, be it dynamic. They take the output from your microphone, they convert it into digital, and they pass it to your computer, be that a PC or a Mac. And then you can record that into your digital audio workstation and post-process it. Now, the obvious choice, I guess, really, to get started here would be using an audio interface, such as the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. I have one in my own studio, and that is what I got started with. It's now onto its third generation. It's a fairly simple interface, gives you two microphone inputs. Crucially, it gives you 48-volt phantom power, which is what you will need if you have a condenser microphone. Gives you the option for headphones, the option for direct monitoring, and it also gives you the choice of connecting it up to your monitors as well, if you're going to get monitor speakers to listen through. So that is the one that I use, and that's now into its third generation. There's also the slightly more budget-friendly Focusrite Scarlett Solo, which has one powered microphone input. Again, you don't have to have the power on, by the way, if you have a dynamic microphone, but the power is there if you need it. That gives you the option of one microphone input and also a input for an instrument, a guitar or anything like that. You could also get interfaces from others as well. There are some cheaper ones, perhaps some Behringer, and there are some more expensive ones as well. If you do need any help choosing your interface, head to my website, markdenham.com, and you can use the Contact Me page on there. Now, once you've got your interface choice made, you can then order your interface, get it delivered to you, and you're good to go. One thing I will say is you're going to need a microphone cable. This is very important. If you're getting a microphone cable, if you have a dynamic microphone which has an XLR out on it, doesn't matter if it has an XLR or a TRS output on it because you don't need to send phantom power. If you have a condenser microphone like I have in my studio, then you will need to have a XLR to XLR so the 48-volt phantom power that your interface or your mixer generates can be sent back to the microphone and power it so you get sound out of it. So that is one very important thing. Now, whether you go for a interface or a mixer, you have to consider your microphone lead. If it does need power, it's got to be an XLR. That's the 3-pin on either end if it does need 48-volt phantom power. The other option, as I did mention, is USB mixers. Now, these may be overkill for you if you are just a voiceover artist. You may think, what do I need that for? And you could very well be right. You'd get away with using an interface, a good clean interface with plenty of gain available. If you are recording using a dynamic microphone, they are traditionally quieter, will do you the job. But if you're a podcaster, you may want to consider getting a mixer. This would allow you to have maybe 1, 2, or 3 guests on your podcast as well. It'd also allow you the flexibility of playing, say, sound bites and sound effects One thing I will say, if you are playing anything that's copyrighted on your podcast, make sure you are licensed for that before you get into playing music on podcasts and things like that. Make sure you are licensed. Now, a couple of mixes I will suggest for you. The Behringer X1222 USB. It's a 12-channel mixer, gives you plenty of opportunity for microphone inputs. Each microphone input has a high, mid, and a low on the EQ. It's got a one-knob compressor as well. And there's also then the other inputs which you can use for maybe PC, iPod, phone calls. You can set up a mix minus if you're doing Skype guests and things like that as well. One thing I will say about the Behringer is if you are trying to record into a multi-track session in your digital audio workstation via USB, you will get one output. So anything that goes in microphone 1, 2, 3, or 4, together with anything on any of the other channels, your Skype guest, your phone call, your PC, your soundboard, whatever, will all come out as one recording, which may be a deal breaker for you. The other option, the Soundcraft Signature 12 MTK. If you are considering that one, make sure you go for the MTK because that is what makes that one special. Again, a 12-input analog mixer. But what it does do is when you connect it up to your PC, each one of those tracks can be assignable on a multi-track recording session. So you could record yourself as the host on track 1, a guest on track 2, on a local guest on a microphone. Perhaps you could have on track 3, maybe you've got a Skype guest. Maybe on track 4, you've got a telephone guest. On track 5, you might have a soundboard playing sound effects. Each one of those can then be recorded separately, which makes your podcast editing so much easier. If you want to find out more about interfaces or mixers, microphone leads, or indeed any way to get your sound from here to there to the computer, check out the website, markdenham.com, and you will find the accompanying blog post with details on there, some recommendations of some interfaces and some mixers, and hopefully that'll be of some help to you. If I can be of any help to you, maybe you want a bit of advice, then get in touch via the contact page on the website. And if you do need any audio production done or voiceover or anything like that, Remote Voice Track Radio can do that for you. Again, get in touch on the contact page. Thank you so much for checking out this post today. We will continue the audio journey with our next post very soon. In the next one, we are talking about why it is I am recommending the XLR microphone over the USB in terms of optional extras that you can include in your sound chain. Thank you so much for your company and checking out the post today. Keep well.